What's up, everybody? Welcome to Stranger Things Has Happened. Season 3, Chapter 7, The Bite. I'm Don Gella Snooch. That's Lunar Girl.
Hey,
How you
friends.
doing, Kelly?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all
That's
right. I'm a
great.
little sore, but I'm all right.
A little sore. You had a little
Yeah,
procedure.
I got neutered for the second time.
I'm so sorry.
It just, it
I
is what
really
it is,
am.
man. When you are a powerful reproducer, man, you just are.
Your boys just don't want to stop swimming.
Yeah, they don't want to be swimming. They out in there pumping iron and shit.
Yeah, you keep working them out, they
Ain't nobody working nothing out. That would be a stranger thing having happened.
Yeah, kind of. Little bit. But no, not really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to start off with a shout out to Alan from Grave Reviews, who sent me this freaking hella awesome t-shirt here.
Fucking sweet. Is that a fucking swastika? That's fucked up.
No. It's not a swastika. It's a graveyard for Grave Reviews. Him and his co-host Dragon Buddy, which you may know of him.
I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, they're going to be totally revamping and coming back in the month of October, spooky season, to do their grave reviews on some classic horror movies. So be on the lookout, give them a subscribe to them on the socials, and join us when those chats happen, because they're always epic. So I just wanted to start off with that. And the second thing, I did write this down from the last time we recorded. Please, friends, no spoilers. This is our first watch journey.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Don't get blue wrenched. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Because I'll be in the chat with the wrench, but even bigger than me is the big mean queen Shanti, who's already seen it all. And where I might not know if you're spoiling it, and I might be like,
she fucking does.
What? She'll know. She'll wrench your ass. She won't even think twice. She'll just do it. You won't even see it coming. She does like it.
She gets all like empowered. She's
like,
I had to wrench somebody.
Yeah. And I'm like, you go, girl. I set you free. Anyway, so this episode, original thoughts.
I don't have original thoughts. I haven't been married in a year, so nobody's told me what to think for quite some time.
You're gonna make me spit out my coffee.
I thought it was a great episode. Top to bottom, super 80s, of course. Like, I think that's one of my favorite parts about this show. Is it's so like entrenched in so much fun shit I remember from being young.
Yeah,
but the action was great in this. Some character development. This is the first episode that I felt like the kids were older.
They felt older.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
No, I really I think there was a lot more like close-ups and like more intimate dialogue, and you really could catch the age of the kids a little better than you have been able to the last half season or so.
Absolutely. This episode made me feel all the feels. At one point, I did throw the TV remote control on the floor as I was crying and said, I hate this show. Why did they do that? Because I felt all the feels.
Right.
But then they did something to make me laugh, and they brought me back and made me feel a lot better. And then the end was like, holy fucking what in the hell is that? But I guess we'll get there, right?
Right.
Holy shit.
I think I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I think we've already seen it.
I'm scared. I don't know what it is. Like, I have all these thoughts going through my head, but I don't even know.
Remember Dustin's special fish tank friend?
That's what I thought.
All right, let's get to it.
All right, let's do this. All right, so we start out with Mayor Carrie Elvis Klein presents Fun Fair. Yay, Fun Fair.
He plays such a dick in this.
ROCK in the USA. We have John Cougar or John Mellencamp or John Cougar Mellencamp or just the artist formerly known as the Cougar, whatever you want to call him now. He was singing that in the opening. Everybody's smiling. There's rides, there's games, there's food. My high school band is playing in the mayor as he walks up on stage. Karen and Ted and their little shit are on the Ferris wheel, and Ted's like, yeah, where are we going up here? And Karen's like, can't get out now.
That was funny. She's like, I slipped him your last $5. Motherfucker.
Aha, Jimmy's got the money.
Yeah, she's like, bitch, this is why I sleep in the chair.
It was nice to see him out of the freaking lazy boy for once. But then like baby Karen, little shit Karen, is like, Mama, look at the trees. And Karen's like, stop looking at the trees and look at the damn fireworks. And
yeah, Karen, stop looking at Billy and pay fucking attention to your kid. Oh, sorry, wrong page.
Yeah. and then the opening credits, which was fairly quick, being that like the last couple of weeks we went like 10 minutes in before the opening credits happened. So and that was the only noteworthy song. I mean, the music, the background music is always great. It's always happy or suspenseful or whatever, but we haven't been getting too many 80s songs this season.
They probably spent so much money on fucking special effects this season that they spent less money on song rates.
It's totally possible. If you know the answer to that, put it in our chat because I'm not looking that up.
There's just a lot more. They did a lot more special effects this season, I think. I feel like.
I think so too.
With the melting fucking glob people and the giant mind flayer and
spider legs and
I'm gonna go grab more to drink. You go.
All right. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, the fireworks and everybody's having happy fun time in the forest at Ella's house, Ella's discussing what Billy had said in last episode about doing it all for Elle. It's like, oh, that's really creepy and weird. The gang agrees that the mind flayer is pissed at Elle for closing the gate, and they're building up an army. Ella's crying because the flayer said he's going to kill all her friends. I'd probably cry too, but maybe not. Nancy hears something in the, outside the house that isn't fireworks. And Will, of course, he knows we're here. The gang goes outside, calm, single file, which was kind of weird. And there is that giant beast of a spidery mind flayer just like coming through the forest.
I thought like they made that look like it was close to them, but I don't think it was.
I don't think it was. I think he was coming.
Yeah, I think that that shot was edited in a way it gave a false sense of how close it was, because they go right after this. They go start getting axes and guns.
Yeah,
they got 5 minutes or so at least that they're out shopping for weapons.
At least. But first, we're going to go to the Russian lab escape that is currently going on. Dustin is racing in a cart with stoned Robin and Steve in the back. Very stoned. Erica and Dustin take notice in the elevator. Well, they all run into the elevator after they get out of the cart, and they take notice of Steve. Dustin feels Steve's head. He's burning up. He's got dilated pupils. Erica thinks they're drunk. Justin's like, they're probably drugged. Just don't die, Steve. Ask Steve where his car is. No car. Russians took the keys. They make it outside. Robin starts tasting the air. The Russian security guards appear, like the Russian mall cops, and they run into the back door of the mall, and we're at Elle's house again.
It makes me wonder, like, I didn't know that pentothal made you hallucinate and stuff. Like, I know that it gives you like a euphoric feeling that causes you to be a little overly forthcoming, but I guess I didn't realize that it made you like taste the air.
I don't know. I've never had it myself in order to know what the effects are, but
I'll look it up
Robin
while you talk.
Tasting that air, you know. So we're back at Elle's house, and this is when, everybody's going crazy. Nancy grabs Hopper's shotgun. Jonathan grabs an axe. It's a trick. Grab an axe. Chris always says that because it's a line in a show that I really don't like, but you do like that show, so it's a trap. Grab an axe. That's how it goes, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. What show?
That show with Bruce Campbell in it.
Oh,
it's a trick. Grab an axe.
Evil Dead.
Yes. The sequel to Evil Dead, though.
Army of Darkness. Not an 80s
Army
movie.
of Darkness. That's
not an 80s movie. So if they referenced that would be.
They didn't reference it, but I did. So,
okay.
Yeah, there's that. So everybody's like barricading the doors and the windows, and then the lampshade starts shaking and the dishes start rattling, and Will says it's close. Like, no shit. Really, Will? We didn't know that because we have never touched the Mind Flayer, but we'll take your word for it. But anyway, that was just something dumb that didn't need to be said. And then it's really quiet and nobody knows what's going on. And a spider leg busts through the wall. Jonathan starts axing the spider leg. And the spider legs all have like mouths on the end. Like every leg has a mouth on it. Okay. He didn't hack through the leg though. He just pissed it off and then smacks Jonathan across the room. Nancy starts shooting it with her shotty. It's almost like tickle fight. She ran out of bullets. She needs to reload. It's not affecting this thing at all. It goes after Nancy, and right before the spider leg mouth goes to bite Nancy's face, Elle uses the force, and it hurts. It's like writhing in pain, and she force slices the mouth off the leg. And then it retracts its leg, but then another leg comes through the wall. And Elle and one comes through the window, and Elle's like, she's using the force on both of them and goes like, roar, and she rips off both of their mouths too. And we think it's all calm right now, but nope, it comes through the ceiling. Comes through the ceiling on a sneak attack. It bites Elle's foot. Okay, it's got a hold of Elle's foot and it's trying to yank her out through the ceiling. The whole entire gang is holding on to Elle for dear life. Nancy's like, Nancy, shoot it, shoot it, Nancy. And she's not. She shot it 3 times. She finally got it reloaded and everything. Nothing. Didn't even affect it. Lucas grabs the axe. Okay. Nancy's still shooting. Lucas is hacking. Lucas hacks right through the creature. It recoils. Mike rips that tiny bit off Elle's leg. She screams. The tiny little bit, it's almost like and it runs away and like really crap, like scared the crap out of me. Like, this little piece of mouth, like, So that runs back to Daddy. Elle stands, and with all of her might, screaming, she force rips the flayer's head in half. And the gang runs out of the house into Nancy's shaggin' wagon, and they leave. And that was like, holy shit. She ripped its head in half.
That was cool. Yeah. In 18% of patients, it can cause hallucinations, but will cause severe dizziness.
Oh, they were definitely dizzy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were definitely dizzy.
Yeah, they had that merry-go-round kind of a thing going on.
Yeah.
And then
the spins.
Yeah.
Like when you're really drunk because you're young and stupid, and you drink a whole bottle of strawberry brandy, and then you get the spins.
I can't imagine throwing up strawberry brandy. Let's move on.
You don't want to. I was young and stupid.
Seems rough.
It was. So we're back at the mall, and the guards are chasing Dustin, Erica, and a very stoned Stephen Robin. Dustin sneaks into the back door of the movie theater. Steve grabs popcorn out of the garbage can. Oh, that was like total ew.
Yeah, whose hand's been in that?
Oh, yuck. Nobody
Is there a hole in the bottom of that bag?
In the 80s. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, so nasty. It was the 80s. And it was Back to the Future, baby.
Yeah, butter hands.
Ah, gross. So Justin tells, Stone Steve and Stoned Robin to sit down when they're, and eat their popcorn. Him and Erica find 2 other seats. He tells Erica to babysit, and Dustin goes to find a ride. And now we're in the Todd Father with Hopper and Joyce and Alexi and Conspiracy Guy, which I found out his name again later on, so I'll shout that out when I get there. Alexi's telling them how to turn off the machine, that there's 2 keys in a vault. Hopper and Joyce start bickering again. Conspiracy theory guy yells at them and tells them to admit their sexual frustrations for each other. He basically says what they're all thinking, either shut up or go fuck, and then it's quiet because Hopper.
Is that what Joyce they mean when they say shut the fuck up?
Maybe. Shut or fuck up. Shut up or fuck.
Yeah, see?
You might have something there. Where was I? Oh, and then it's like very quiet. And he tells Alexi in Russian that they haven't had sex yet, and both of them have a very good laugh.
I think that was my favorite part because they were both well aware.
Yeah, that was awesome. I thought that was awesome. What I really liked is Conspiracy Theory Guy and Alexi. Like, they hated each other when they first met, and now they're like buddies. Besties. They're so cool together. Now we're in Nancy's shaggin' wagon, which did a 180 slide into an empty grocery store parking lot. They break the door. The gang enters. Mike and Max are carrying Elle. She's in rough shape. Nancy grabs rubbing alcohol and bandages. Max stops her when they roll up the pants and they see how bad the wound is. And there's 2 giant holes in Elle's leg. Max is like, no, you need to stop the bleeding, then you clean, then you disinfect, and then you bandage the wound. Trust her. She's a skateboarder.
I skateboarded for years and I didn't know none of that shit.
I knew that shit because I'm the oldest of 5 kids and my mom worked all the time, so I learned all that shit.
I was like, oh, that's bleeding. Make it stop.
Yeah.
Rule number one, there's blood coming out of that hole. Stop it.
You have to put pressure on the wound. I'm a nerd though. I learned all that stuff for fun, and I took a lot of first aid classes because I wanted to, not because I had to. But that also made me realize that Max is a healer in D&D land.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be really cool if in between season 3 and season 4 that maybe we could take like an episode and discuss like who is what race and class, or just class rather, because they're all humans.
Right.
That'd be fun. Just for me and you to do that.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
That'd be good fun.
Yeah. So Max takes charge. Nancy and Jonathan go and get the water. And while they're doing that, they're theorizing that the flayed must have been absorbed into each other. Will and Lucas, they're supposed to go get a bowl. And they go down the cereal aisle looking for a bowl.
That was the dumbest fucking thing.
It was. But what was really cool, all of my old favorite cereals were in that aisle.
Right. Mr. T cereal.
Ghostbusters. Oh, Mr. T cereal was freaking the bomb. Donkey Kong cereal, which tasted just like Mr. T cereal, still the bomb.
Like, it was just Corn Pops.
No, it wasn't. It was like Captain Crunch.
No, it's the same thing that they used to make fucking Pops with. The coating was just different.
I thought they were like Captain Crunches. The barrels were like Captain Crunches.
It's just corn.
Whatever it was fucking delicious.
That's fair.
They were like my favorite cereals. Yeah, so they're looking for a bowl, but they don't find a bowl. They found fireworks, okay? Max finds them and you're supposed to be getting me a bowl. And Lucas is like, yeah, but look at these fireworks and blah, 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 and gunpowder, and 3 of these can equal an M80. And Max is all like, Elle's gonna be the one to destroy the mind flayer. And Lucas is like, but Elle's gonna need help. You'll thank me later. While they're fighting over in another aisle, Mike is putting pressure on Elle's leg to stop the bleeding. Mike starts having a heart-to-heart. He apologizes because he realizes what a dumbass he's been. He tries to explain the feeling of love without using the word love. And all of a sudden,
cliche, like 80s cliche, like
so 80s cliche.
Don't say you love her.
Don't say you love her. You can't say that. It's like a strong like.
Yeah, it's a like with a different strong.
Yeah. Check yes or no. And then just then we hear over his walkie-talkie, Dustin finally breaks through to Mike. Okay. It's all garbled. They're not understanding Dustin. Dustin's not understanding Mike. Dustin realizes that the batteries are dead. He goes back to Erica to ask for batteries. And she's like, who carries batteries? And he's like, well, I do, but I need 8 of them. And they notice Robin and Steve are gone. But we immediately know where they are. Steve and Robin are discussing the movie as Steve is drinking out of the water fountain just outside the movie theater doors. They're trying to make sense of how Alex P. Keaton's mom is trying to bang him, which was excellent because Michael J. Fox also played Alex J. Keaton on Family Ties, which was one of my favorite 80s shows. I love that show.
I thought that was a super cute, like just little Easter eggy thing. Like you had to be there kind of to put those things together.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Like huge props, you know. There's so many 80s things sprinkled in this episode. So Robin, she's trying to break down the movie title. Steve's not getting it. She throws Steve off the water fountain so that she can take her turn. Steve trips out on the ceiling lights And that's when they start getting the spins because they're looking at all the pretty lights on the glass ceiling. And they get the spins.
That's a hell of a mall.
Yeah. And then they run into the bathroom and they're both throwing up. They're puking their guts out.
It's all popcorn. Did you notice that?
No.
Yeah, it's all popcorn.
Well, they were just eating popcorn, so that makes total sense.
Yeah, I was like,
for them.
I was like, that's a good attention to detail.
I didn't even look. Honestly, I didn't want to see what was in that toilet, which had a very gratuitous shot. So if you want to see what they were eating, just go watch season 3, episode 7, The Bite.
It's just popcorn.
Oh, thank God. Probably like popcorn and Coke.
Popcorn and water.
It was brown, though.
No.
The toilet water was brown.
Go back and look again. It's like clear with popcorn in it.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, all they've had to eat that day was popcorn and water out of the water fountain.
I thought the toilet water looked brown to me.
Mm-mm.
Oh. I'll have to go back and check it now. Anyway, we flash over to Hopper and Joyce, who finally get to the fun fair. They're at the fun fair as Alexi and Murray is conspiracy theory guy. Murray. I wrote it in big letters and underlined it 3 times because I want to remember his name. So Murray,
and then
they were
died.
told to. Murray didn't die.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
I almost got scared for a second.
What I missed?
I missed that. Those two were told to stay in the Todd father. Joyce is looking for the kids. Mayor Carey sees Hop. He runs for his car phone to call the Russian Terminators. That was a very fast scene. We're back at the store. Ella's all cleaned up and bandaged. She goes into the in-between in front of the frozen Eggos with the door open for her white noise. Lucas starts, swear to God, doing a commercial for Coca-Cola Classic.
It was up until that I'd completely forgotten about how much Elle loved Eggos until that.
Yes, Elle loved Eggos
because they kind of dropped that whole Eggo thing for a while. Like,
yeah, the last time we saw it was when probably like the first episode of this season when Hopper made her some Eggos or some shit. Or told her no Eggos until after dinner. Maybe it was even last season.
I think it was last season. I think this is the first Eggo reference this season.
You're probably right.
The chat
You're probably
let us
right. Know. Yeah. Let us know in the chat. You can tell us that part. We're not going to boot you for that part. Just don't tell us anything else. Yeah. So he's doing this like commercial for Coca-Cola Classic, okay, and he's comparing it to the original thing and John Carpenter's The Thing, which I believe came out in 1982 because I caught the 40th anniversary of it last year in 2022.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the only reason why I know that. So that would have been 3 years prior since they're in 1985 now. So I thought that was pretty neat too. Another thing to bring you back to the 80s. Elle doesn't get anywhere. They leave with a full cart of fireworks, and they leave the wound mess on the floor, and the blood looks kind of weird.
Starts like fizzing.
I don't know if it was fizzy or swirling or sparkling.
I think both. I think it started like bubbling and then it started to swirl a little bit.
Right.
And then, well, I don't want to step on your toes. Keep going.
We'll get there in a couple minutes because it was gross. And now we're back in the bathroom. Steve flushes his toilet. That is so awesome that you picked that up. I didn't pick that up. They're starting to come down now. they're starting to not be high. They're questioning each other to see if the other one's still high. Steve wants to know when the last time Robin peed her pants was, and it was actually when they almost got cut with the bone saw. She asked Steve if he ever was in love before, and yeah, it was Nancy. And she's like, "Are you still in love with her?" And no, he found somebody better for him. And this is when I started to get like, oh, he starts describing this girl to Robin, which is actually Robin. And Robin is smiling in her stall. And then she starts crying. And then she's very quiet. And Steve's like, "Did you just OD on me?" Which I thought was funny. Steve comes over to her stall and he's like, "So what do you think?" And Robin's like, "I think you're on drugs." And he's like, "Actually, I'm thinking clearer than usual." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, they're gonna kiss or something."
Yeah, they just both puke, dude.
Yeah, that's so romantic, you know. Robin tells him how it is and that she likes Steve, but she's not like Nancy. And Steve's like, "That's why I like you." And but Robin's a lesbian. Never saw that coming.
I didn't either.
I never saw that coming. So Robin's a lesbian.
I was like, wait a minute now. Okay, so it's one of those things where in those moments you think back to all of the things that had happened up until then. And you look in your head for those moments where the writers have thrown you the little clues that you should have been able to put that together.
Yeah.
I can't remember. None of it. They set you up to think totally that she was into him, and then
no, she was into a girl who was into Steve.
Yeah, I didn't.
I mean, that's why she noticed everything.
I don't mind the part about having her be a lesbian. I just
I don't care.
The delivery kind of. I was like, you guys kind of fucked that one up.
It
was one of the first times.
I never saw that coming.
It's one of the first times writing wise where I've been like, yeah, you guys misplayed that one a little bit.
And Steve's like thinking, and then he's like, "Oh." And then they start talking about chicks like they're besties. Dustin and Erica storm into the bathroom to them laughing, and they think that, those two are still stoned. So they're going to be besties and talk about chicks together, and that's pretty cool. But never saw that coming. I was shipping them.
You and everybody else.
Yeah. Good job, Duffman Brothers. Good job.
Duffer.
Sorry, Duffer Brothers. I'm thinking of Duffman dioramas, so he gets into my head sometime. Anyway, we see Billy. Okay, like Billy enters the grocery store. He finds Elle's wound mess, and he gets all weird, and he starts touching the blood. And then his eyes dilate black. And that's it.
Yep.
That's it. That's the only thing we see about Billy in this whole entire episode. He walks into a store. He looks at blood. He starts doing this to the blood, and his eyes dilate black.
Right.
What a fucking weirdo.
Billy.
Fucking Billy. Whatever. We're at the fun fair now, okay? And Alexi and Murray are talking about how to blow up the machine, okay? They're bonding. It's really cute. I do a little heart next to that they're bonding.
Oh, how sweet.
I know. They have like such a bromance going on. Murray takes Alexi into the carnival. They're like, fuck it. he explains how the carnival games are rigged, which we all know now. He gives Alexi 15 tickets and he leaves to find good food. And Alexi's, off having fun. He's going to go play some games. Hopper and Joyce see Karen and Ted, and they're entering the Gravitron with, little baby Wheeler. I don't know what that kid's name is. I knew what it was in the first season, and now I don't.
It doesn't matter. She's gonna be a snack at some point. Somebody's gonna some monster's gonna eat her.
That would be. I don't know if I would be happy or sad over that. Isn't that terrible?
That's terrible. Imagine you wouldn't have an opinion about it. You'd probably just be like, "Oh, why?"
Hopper and Joyce follow Ted and Karen into the Gravitron. Joyce, Karen's like, "Oh, Joyce, hello. I haven't seen you, blah, blah, blah." And Joyce is like, "Where are the kids, Karen? Where are the kids?" We can't keep track of those kids. They're here, or maybe they're there. And Ted, Ted with his Ted wisdom, kids in the summer.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Ted. Fucking Ted.
Fucking Ted.
Fucking Ted. Fucking Ted. At least he took out his wife, he's been glued to that lazy boy for 3 seasons. And then the ride starts and Hopper and Joyce get stuck inside and they hold hands.
You're such a fucking girl.
I know. Sometimes my inner girl comes out, and this is one of those times. They're held hands. All right, so we're back at the movies. Back to the Future ends, and the theater erupts in beautiful applause that you rarely ever hear during a movie nowadays. At least you rarely hear it up here in northeastern Pennsylvania.
People clap during Star Wars and Marvel movies here.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's nice. People rarely clap where we are. I don't know. They're too busy, I guess. I don't know.
Fucking NEPA.
I know. Fucking NEPA. Anyway, Justin and Erica, Steve and Robin exit the bathroom and they're blending. And with all the people coming out, Justin's like, "We're going to get on a bus and then we're going to go home." And Steve's like, "Justin, you can't go home. I told the Russians where you lived." Justin's like, "Why'd you do that?" And Steve's like, "I was stoned." Right. Oops. And then the Russian mall cops are there and they see them questioning, all the people coming out, and they're like, "Shit, abort, abort, abort." And they slide down the escalator rails. This is the part where I don't like anymore. We're at the carnival. Alexi's playing darts and he has to hit.
You're such a girl.
Alexi is surrounded by all these little kids cheering for him. And he wins. And he gets a giant Woody Woodpecker. And Alexi shows Murray. And Murray's like, "Look, I got you a corn dog." And they're like, "Ha ha ha ha," because they're doing the Woody Woodpecker laugh. And fucking Russian Terminator comes and pop, 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 and Alexi's down. He's down.
Why are you sad about the fucking Russian engineer that was trying to undo fucking reality?
Because I liked him.
He was gonna kill everybody.
No, he changed. He changed. He was going to help Hopper and Joyce save the world.
Only because he wanted to go free.
Yeah. And
He wasn't altruistic. He was fucking self-absorbed.
No!
Stop it. Let him die in peace.
Alexi!
Russians are not our friends. Stop.
So that's when, like, I threw the TV remote control and I paused it. I'm like, I hate this show! And I actually wrote that in caps and I underlined it several times. Murray catches him as he falls. And he brings him to a little side alley. He says he's going to go for help. Hopper and Joyce exit the Gravitron. And Murray screaming, they got Alexi, Jim. They got Alexi. Hopper sees the Russian Terminator. He's like, we gotta go. And grabs hands with Joyce and they run. Another Russian comes. They change directions. Karen and Ted. Karen's like, they make an odd couple.
Mm-hmm.
And Ted, it's like they say, there's someone for everyone. And this is the most PDA that I've seen him do this entire series. He puts a hand on his wife's shoulder.
Yeah.
Way to go, you stud muffin, Ted.
Knocking it out of the park. Fucking
Ted. Man.
Fucking
such
gangster.
A hero.
Man
So
of the hour.
now there's another Russian. He tells Joyce, find Murray, get the car, meet me around back. Hopper goes into the fun house, which is very cliche. Everything in the 80s took place in fun houses.
It did, kind of.
It really did. Like, you turn on any cop show, I'm sure it was in Magnum PI. I'm sure there was a cop scene in fucking Miami Vice. Like, every shootout drama series, like, always had something in a fun house eventually. Hopper's yelling, police, get your kids out. Always thinking of the kids first, which was nice. And then Hopper starts beating the crap out of the young Russian who chased him in. Over to Joyce now. Joyce finds Murray, who brings her to Alexi. And it was too late. Alexi died by himself.
I knew I heard something fall. My Demogorgon committed suicide behind me. Probably heard you whining about fucking Alexi. You know what? Fuck it. I'm out, he said.
He threw himself off the shelf. Fuck you, Demogorgon.
Can't fucking do it. Fucking girl.
I'm sorry. Hop and the young Russian, they brawl. He knocks him out. Hopper knocks out the young Russian with a punching bag. And then the Russian Terminator starts coming in. He's in the fun house. Hop finds a gun on the floor. Russian Terminator finds the KO'd, like, little young Russian. I put youngin. Joyce and Murray, they're in the parking lot. I really love this part. Joyce stops. She sees Mayor Carrie Ellis. She's like, hey, Larry. And Larry's like, Joyce, hi. And bam, right hook right into Carrie Ellis's face. And then bam again, kicks him right in the nards. And then she leaves for the car. I'm like, yeah, Joyce, you're my freaking hero right now. I love you.
Buddy of mine from work just sent me a video of Brady dancing at a wedding. Do you want to see it?
That's right. He
went to see it live.
Wedding. Yeah, let's see it. It's not focusing.
All right. I can fix this.
Yeah. You fix it. I'll say what just happened in the fun house, okay?
Do it.
So, Russian Terminator's in that fun house, okay? And of course, now we're in the Hall of Mirrors. Again, very cliche for the 80s. He shoots a mirror thinking that it's Hopper. And Hopper's like, hey, and shoots Russian Terminator right in the chest, okay? The rest of the Russians enter the funhouse. Hopper is looking for an exit. Russian Terminator rips off his shirt. He's wearing a fucking bulletproof vest, which another cliche.
Mm-hmm.
Hopper goes down the curly slide, cursing the entire time, which made me laugh, which I really needed a laugh because I was still sad over Alexi.
When was the last time? Oh, it's not gonna work.
Damn it.
It's a fucking .mov.
Oh, boo.
And I don't have time to fucking recode it and blah blah.
Yeah, because there's only like 14 minutes left of tonight's episode. So you're just going to have to look at the socials, boys and girls, because there's something out there with Brady dancing at a wedding.
We'll try and get it out on TikTok or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's got Brady's kids in it. So we can't even do that.
Oh, yeah. We're very protective of everybody's children.
Nothing's fun anymore.
Yeah. Only Brady can make that decision to post that one. But
okay, let's do the thing.
All right. Just then, Joyce pulls up behind the fun house in the Todd father. They gone. Hopper finds out Alexi didn't make it. And that was another like he pulls out the walkie and all you can hear is Russian on it. And he hands it to Murray and he's like, translate. We flash over to the person making that walkie conversation, and it's the Russian mall cop. They're in the food court. They're looking for, the four of them. We hear a squeak behind the great cookie counter in the food court, and they all start closing in, and it's Dustin and Steve and Erica and Robin hiding behind that counter, and just because they're just about to get found. But this car that was on display in the food court, all of a sudden, a car, it starts honking. I don't think there were car alarms in 1985. There were? Yeah. Okay.
Like Viper alarms and stuff.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I know nothing about cars.
They were just like people like us didn't have car alarms.
Nope.
Rich people in the city did.
That makes sense. Well, this car that's on display, it starts honking and vibrating, which is like, what the hell's going on? I didn't know what was going on. And who's making that car shake? If you look up onto the second floor, it's fucking SpongeBob! 11. What?
SpongeBob.
No, it wasn't SpongeBob. I want what you're having. Fucking 11. Fucking 11 is like blue, 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 blue with the force. And then she picks up the car and slams it into those mall cops. They're all dead. They're all dead. Gratuitous shot of the one mall cop with blood pouring out of his head. Damn, girl. Dustin, Steve, Robin, and Erica peek over the counter at the carnage. The gang is reunited. Dustin is so ecstatic. Good. Yeah, this was so happy. He's like, you flung that thing like a Hot Wheel. And I'm like, oh, I loved Hot Wheels. Loved Hot Wheels. Both groups look extremely beat up and relieved to see each other. Erica and Lucas find each other. Both are shocked. Robin, always the realist, don't understand what happened to the car. Steve and Dustin are like, oh yeah, Elle has superpowers. Nancy meets Robin. Erica meets Elle. Russians? What Russians? We don't know what you're talking about. Elle starts like spinning. She's in extreme pain. She's got like this loud siren in her head, and she passes out and she falls to the ground. And the gang looks at her leg, and there's like a swollen giant knob. It starts moving beneath her skin, and Elle is screaming. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what the fuck is that? There's something that is growing. Like the Mind Flayer bit Elle with a leg mouth, a spider leg mouth. Okay. Mm-hmm. And now something is growing underneath Elle's skin. And we'll never know what it is, because yet another cliffhanger. They get me every time.
I don't. In fact, I can tell when the show is going to end, because
I can't.
I'm always like, oh, that's a thing that they're not going to tell me right now. Every time I'm like,
yeah, every time.
Yeah, they are. They're good at it.
It gets me every single time. So that was the episode. And
it was a good one. It was, I mean, like
fantastic.
Yeah, top to bottom, like for a show that's now 3 seasons in, halfway through the 3rd season, it hasn't slowed down. If anything, it speeds up.
Yeah. Like, dude. And Alexei died, and Robin's gay, and Alexei died, and Joyce and Hopper are holding hands.
I was more surprised that Robin's gay than Alexei dying.
I did not see that coming, especially because they were so happy.
Not Nazis. He's Russian.
Yeah, but they made amends.
You said you did not see that coming.
What? Nazi you got me.
SpongeBob.
Anyway.
I don't know what the fuck my problem is. I drank a 20-ounce bottle of water in the first 10 minutes of the show. Yeah. And I'm halfway through this 33-ounce bottle now.
Wow.
Apparently, I'm thirsty. Apparently, I'm going to pee the rest of the evening.
Yeah. And you're going to wake up 3 times during the night, because we're that age now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is only one more time than normal, so it'll be fine.
Huzzah!
I'm gonna put a bucket on the side of the bed one of these days.
Oh, that's so gross.
I would never.
Just go to the bathroom.
SpongeBob.
And well, that's the end. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight.
Thanks for not spoiling in the chat and being a dick.
Spoiling in the chat. Yay.
No
shout out to our Blue Wrench, Shanti. Thank you for wrenching tonight. I love you.
You're the best.
You the best. And we'll see you back in 2 weeks with the season 3 finale.
2 weeks. And don't forget on Wednesday to check out the Escape Pod.
Yes. Check out the Escape Pod.
We're going to finish up the Ahsoka series season finale.
It's going to be a big one.
Take a look at this photograph.
Oh, Hennifer!
Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
Stupid Nickelback. Fucking Nickelback. And don't forget to check out the Sidebar Cantina on Monday at 5:30 p.m.
They're probably going to talk about one of our stolen topics.
Dave and Jason are going to be discussing Ahsoka, episodes 6 and 7.
That's what I just said.
You said you're discussing the series finale of Ahsoka.
Yeah, they just stole our topic that we did last week.
Jason gave me this schedule back in August. Yeah.
Or you gave Jason the schedule.
No, Jason makes up the schedule with Dave. I just write it down in my book.
Dragon Buddy says you're a spy.
Dragon Buddy's a liar. Dragon Buddy is currently playing is that a spider? Oh, I think there's a spider on my wall behind my desk.
Ooh.
Anyway, we're going to pretend that it's just a fly. It's just a fly and it's okay. I'm not going to scream on this
It's
recording.
a Demogorgon.
Oh, fuck. You think it's a Demogorgon in Elle's leg?
I think so.
Or a Demodog?
Well, remember at first it started off as that little pollywog thing.
Oh, shit.
It didn't become a demidog until you just pissed off my Alexa.
What is your Alexa saying?
I don't know. You said something and she said, I don't know how to help you or something.
I said, you think it's really a Demodog in Elle's leg?
I think so. I think it started off as that little pollywog thing.
Yeah.
Remember at first it was just like a giant sperm in the sink.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it sprouted legs. So that's what I think it is.
But it's the Mind Flayer spider leg mouth bit it.
The Mind Flayer is the boss of the Demogorgons.
Oh, the boss of the and the Demodogs too.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Elle's gonna give birth. Elle's gonna be a mom.
Yeah. To a little like demidog sperm.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Hello. Check, please.
On that note, bye, friends.
Bye, everybody. Hello, everybody.